Hey guys, this is James. Welcome to another video. As you guys know, since the last few weeks, my interests went into optical perception and the optical phenomenon with our eyes, and how the process in our surroundings, in our nature, in the sky, affects our eyes, our visual perception. And it's quite really interesting how deep we are in the optical perception. And I think that the whole geometry, all the measurements, distance, etc., speed, weight, the size, etc., is a fundamental basis that leads our daily living, the optical perception phenomenon. So I came into a very interesting thing. What I figured out is about everybody has a computer monitor at home, right? A computer monitor, everybody has it. It doesn't matter what size, but everybody nowadays have a computer monitor, and especially at work, and especially in the gaming industry when you play on your monitor. I myself had also all three monitors, and the first one what I was getting, the first monitor was a 720 HD ready monitor, right? When it came out, it was like stunning, clear, you could see everything. It was amazing to play on it. 2-3 years later came out the full HD 1080p, much more clearer, much more clearer. And then it came out 2 years later, 4K ultra high definition. So from HD ready, high definition ready, to full HD and down to ultra high definition. 4K means 4K resolution. So those numbers are the resolution. Now I was thinking about all the time, besides that, having fun on gaming and seeing things in the screens and etc., at business, at work, and the gaming, I find really interesting what the real process is going on between the optical perception of a human eye and that screen monitor. And I figured out during the process, with the lowest resolution 720 HD ready, and then 1080p full HD, then 4K ultra high definition. So the more I went up with the resolution, the more I felt like I see everything much clearer in the screen, sharp, density, clear, right? So after a while, I went then from 4K, because I tested something out, I think it was a game. From 4K resolution, I went down to 1080p resolution, and when I played that, I was like shocked, because I felt like, what happened with my eyes? Suddenly everything was blurry, not sharp, and like wishy-washy, and I said, God damn, what have they done to my eyes? And just out of curiosity, I went then one step further down of 720, and I was like shocked. I couldn't see anything. I could see things, but it was so unsharp. It was so blurry, extreme blurry. And then I was thinking about what they actually do with those resolution, and it makes sense. That's why computers have a hardware component called the graphic cards. And the graphic cards is, I'm telling you right now, that we are very advanced with technology. You cannot imagine we that far and even further. The hardware GPU graphic card is actually a device that plays with your eye's perception, meaning with distance, right? With your distance, with sharpness, and it adjusts your eyes by looking in that screen. So you have the monitor, you have the between you and the monitor is a certain distance, and you have then those high resolution in the screen, because you have to think it like this: a screen. It doesn't matter, a TV screen, a computer screen, a gamer monitor screen, because they are the common one, or at work in your business. The screen, computer screen monitor or television is a replica, an imitation of space. Is a replica of, you looking in the sky and it's clear blue. You see nothing, just this blue. Or you look at night and you're looking up in the sky and you just see dark. That's the replica. That's what the monitor represents. Now, when you look in a monitor, in a screen, right, you have to have this certain distance. And the graphic card, the hardware, is actually operating, adjusting, manipulating your vision. That's why I say, oh wow, 4K is absolute crispy clear resolution. And when you go back and play in the 720, you feel like, how the hell could I play this game on this resolution? I can't see anything. So the graphic cards, like what AMD is, a huge graphic card manufacturer and developer designer, and also Nvidia. So a graphic card is something very, very interesting, what it does to our eyes. And if you don't believe me, you can test it by yourself. Play first with a 720 resolution, then for, let's say, for a half year, and then you play for another half year with 1080p. And then another half year you play 4K, and then you go back to 720. You feel like blurry, like, what happened with my eyes? So the screen, the TV screen, or the computer monitor screen, or the sky are actually the field of optical phenomenon, the optical perception. And if there wouldn't be any you have to understand this. A graphic card is actually a device that controls your perception. And what I figured out is, and it's nothing bad, it's just something you always have to have in the bag. Why do we look in the screen and they do those resolution? I think they brought out a 5K resolution or 8K resolution, but it's beautiful to see everything much clearer, much more. You see more definition. Everything is so sharp. But when you go back where it all started, it's 720. You feel like, I can see anything. How could I play, or how could I work on that resolution 3 years ago? So it's very important to be careful with your eyes in some reason, because those graphic cards, like for AMD or Nvidia, that's a high technology advanced device, a graphic card. It does all these phenomenal things with your eyes, which you don't realize, because I know myself it's fun to be on a computer. But besides the fun, I know we don't like to look behind the fun thing, but it's really important that you realize that optic perception plays a huge role in life. And by saying that, I know now that it's all about, and they always advertise with real life experience, or like you really in the game. And I know we have the virtual reality coming, but it's all about your eyes perception, because I think you don't see nothing at all. Everything is prepared and designed that you feel like you see something. And if we look now in a bird perspective from up down, the computer monitors look to use like this. When you look down, like 180, right? And here was a person sitting, and he's looking like this. Person looking, this on the screen is 180. Now the monitors is going to be like this. And you're sitting here, and it's going to be like, so to speak, like this. So what I want you to see is you have to look at the device. Instead of 180, it's now cutting the view down, let's say, to an angle of 120, 140, 135 degree. So this is how the monitor, that's how they used to look like if you look down, right? Like this. And now they look like this. So it's really, everything is about your eye perspective, the phenomenon of eye perspective. And I think if we wouldn't have geometry, meaning specifically the line or a curve, we wouldn't recognize anything. We just would perceive light and dark, and that's it. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you learned and you see it from a new perspective. And yeah, so stand by and hope to see you soon.